everyone, I am here at the Nouveau Med Spa and Salon with Mecinna, and I just got some permanent makeup done.
Yep, you look good.
I love it. I'm so excited. And I just wanted to ask you a few questions, or I would like you to kind of like talk about this whole process a little bit, or anything that you hear a lot, because I'm sure you get so many questions.
Oh, a ton. Yeah.
How much training did you have to?
Well, so the tricky thing with permanent cosmetics is by state, it is considered a tattoo procedure, not a cosmetic procedure. So most states do not have licensing requirements. Idaho and Utah do not require certification. Because I knew nothing at all and had no connection to go anywhere with it. It was 6 years ago, 2010. I went to the state of Nevada and they had a physician-owned permanent cosmetics program and a tattoo removal program. So I went there for both. So I moved there for a month, did a 1,000-hour program there, and got my certification through that program. A good thing too to ask your permanent cosmetic tech is how much continuing education have they done. There's also benefit to staying up on top of the latest trends and staying educated on the latest techniques in the business.
Right. How permanent is permanent cosmetics?
It completely depends on how well they're taken care of. Your number one fading factor for permanent cosmetics is going to be the sun. You're going to want sunscreen on those brows all the time. If you're also using certain products in your or certain ingredients in your product like hydroquinone, or if you're a big exfoliator and you get scrubs or chemical peels and you're hitting the brows a little bit, that's gonna fade them out too.
Okay,
so
that's good to know.
Okay.
So the good thing about permanent cosmetics fading is that if you want to change something, you are able to do that.
Yeah.
Also, you can get them removed with a laser if like there's something serious that you want to change.
Yeah, we do a lot of corrections. We can remove them with the laser. We can usually color correct just with other pigments. We can do saline-based removals if for some reason people don't want laser used. But brows do trend, so it is a good thing that they fade a little bit because then you can change. Mine just get, I've touched mine up probably 5 times and they just get better every time, I think.
Yeah.
So I think aftercare is important. I think that you can do a dry heal, but coconut oil really is, it will nourish the skin and provide a barrier for that ink to stay implanted while the skin is healing around it. A lot of people use Vaseline because that's used on body tattooing a lot, but on the face, you want to let that skin breathe. So coconut oil really is your best aftercare, probably 5 to 7 days. Some people need 7 to 10. You'll be able to tell. You might scab a little and have some peeling, which is normal. Just try not to scratch it because that will pull the pigment out if you scratch off a little scab. But that's why we have the touch-up. Touch-ups are important. We'll do that in 4 to 6 weeks and really perfect them at that point.
I will be showing the process of them healing throughout the week and then like the final result, and then I will also bring you along when I do the touch-up.
Perfect.
Just to see when everything is finished. So thank you so much.
You're so welcome. It was fun. This is just a little bit of alcohol to clean you off, make sure we're all sterile. And then we're gonna use a compound, benzocaine, perlicaine, and tetracaine. We're gonna really massage it in there good. I'm gonna put a barrier film on next. This will make it absorb a lot faster. And then I apply product as I'm working, and then you're gonna sit for 30 minutes before we get working. Okay. All right. Okay, so we're gonna get you measured out. This is a system I came up with a math friend, teacher of mine, to find the exact geometrical shape an eyebrow should be for each face. The only real complication that we've ever had with eyeliner that's important for people to know is sometimes when we numb people's eyeliner, we'll tell them lay down and don't open your eyes, and then we've had a couple times where they cannot hold still or lay down for 45 minutes. So they'll take off the barrier film and you can get a corneal burn, which hurts like crazy, but it's not the end of the world. The eyes do heal themselves very rapidly, so all you have to do is get a steroid eye drop, which if you're in a med spa, there should be a physician on staff that can prescribe that.
The pain isn't really that bad. It just feels like a little scratch. Like, it's weird to think that it's a tattoo, but yep, making me like crawl out of my skin.
Is it really?
I did this last time too. I was just so irritated.
Okay, we're gonna go on the right side.
I feel like the numbing stuff works on the eyeliner better?
Your eyelid has much fewer nerve endings than your brows, so there isn't as much feeling there anyway, especially the lower lid.
Okay. That's interesting.
On the brow, we're running over nerves. Like a lot of people, it's your sneeze nerve. So a lot of people just have that sensation of they need to sneeze through the entire brow appointment. Rarely do they, because usually it's in here, and when I've passed over that area, they're done and the sensation leaves, but it definitely...
That's so funny.
Yeah.
Because I think that people are more nervous about getting eyeliner done than their eyebrows.
For sure.
Because it seems like it would be more painful.
Yeah.
When you do this, do you go different directions? And
I do. For most Caucasian blondes, our brows grow relatively in the same direction. When you're dealing with Asians or other skin types, sometimes they have different growth patterns. But yeah, we do. I go up with the bulb hairs here, and then once I get up on top of the bridge, then our hairs tend to grow down.
Okay. And you're doing smaller strokes so it looks like a hair?
Using a small needle.
Okay.
So it's a thin hair. Yeah. That was a good one, Kaylee.
I didn't move too much.
And we got good saturation there. Yeah.
I asked in the comments and people said, you don't need to do this. Like you should feel confident with the way that you look. And getting, I think, your eyebrows tattooed on or something like that isn't because you don't feel confident in yourself. It's just a time saver.
A lot of people too, they draw them on wrong for years, and just having that second opinion or someone to say, okay, this is where your shape should be and this is what fits your face. That's really nice.
So what color are we using?
I used a mixture of a walnut and a chestnut to get a good medium brown with some staying power. Considering we had some blue we needed to cover and you are so fair, we did a warmer tone rather than a neutral or a cool, so we don't discolor again.
It's a little more tender as you go, I think.
Yeah, either people get used to it and it gets easier, or they get more tender. Okay, so I think we're set for your first session. So going with the current trend, it's not a full ombre back brow, but we did do very defined hair strokes in the bulb right here, and then led into a definite more filled arch and late bridge, and then tell. So when these fade a little bit over the month and heal up, you'll have a really nice soft bulb and a really dark defined arch. And it should be super, super pretty. And then in a month, after you've had a month to get used to them and let them heal, in a month we'll touch them up and make any corrections we need to. But shape measures right on. I think the color's great. We got all that blue covered up really nice. So I think we're in business.
All right.
You ready for
now
liner?
It's eyeliner time. I'm not gonna lie. I'm like really, really nervous right now. Well, what color are we doing for the eyeliner?
Black. I always do black. Browns tend to just fade into your skin tone and fade out. And black is a really good universal color. Like,
I had a few people ask, like, do you have to keep your eye open so I can kind of like act like my eye is closed and you're gonna do what? Yeah. We're just doing like a very, very light line.
Very light line, just right in your lash line.
So what does that do? What will that do?
So especially for blondes, it's gonna add a depth and some texture and more dimension to your eye, because it's gonna give the illusion of a darker lash line at the base of your lash. So you're gonna have much more depth to the eye. Really, anybody looks good with some depth to their eye and some darkness near that lash line, because it just makes your lashes look thicker.
It is the afternoon of the second day, so I got my eyebrows and eyeliner tattooed about 24 hours ago, and they're feeling really, really good. They don't feel very tender. I haven't taken any medicine. Last night I did take a couple ibuprofen. I was feeling like a tiny bit of pain, and I was hoping that it would maybe help the swelling go down a bit. Not that I had a lot, and actually I think it's all gone down, and it really doesn't hurt. Like, I can touch my eyebrows and it doesn't hurt at all, and I thought that it would. I had so many of you ask how the pain was. On a scale from 1 to 10, I would say it was about a 7. For me personally, I was kind of a baby. I was surprised. I thought I was gonna be a lot stronger than I actually was, but I was really, really freaked out. And that vibrating, I remember from the first time that I had my eyebrows and eyeliner done, was just so irritating to me. So the vibrating on top of like this scraping feeling was just like too much for me. It was making me crazy. So anyways, yes, the pain was a little intense, but it wasn't that bad. And as soon as she was done, it was over. It wasn't like it kept hurting for a few hours. It was just kind of over. I could feel that there was a little discomfort, but it was nothing that I couldn't handle. So like I said, I took 2 ibuprofen and I was fine, and I'm feeling really good today. The only thing that I've noticed is that my eyes are really irritated, and that is not from the tattoo. It's because I've been putting coconut oil on my eyebrows and trying to get it a little bit onto my eyeliner, and it's been getting into my eyes. So if anything, I just feel like a little irritation from that, and like I'm strained a little bit. I don't know if it's from getting it done and I was like, woo, the whole time, or if it's just because I'm straining to see because of the coconut oil in my eyeballs. So overall, it was not a bad experience. I'm grateful to have done it at the med spa because it was a very relaxing environment. There was like music going on, and I felt like I was in great hands. I think Mecinna does great work. I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little freaked out. Like, I feel like my eyebrows are really like big and bold and long. And I didn't feel that way until I saw Casey, and he was like, whoa, those are really, really big and long. And so now every time I look in the mirror, I'm like, are these really, really big and long? And I know that they look more intense right now because they're not healed and the pigment is really, really dark. All of those things will lighten and be better, and I don't have any other makeup on. So even if I had just drawn my eyebrows on the way I regularly do without any other makeup, they would look very, very intense. This is 24 hours after. Okay, it is Wednesday evening. I got my eyebrows and liner tattooed on Monday morning. There's no tenderness. All the tenderness and pain is gone, but I have noticed that there is a lot of scabbing going on, and it's pretty grody. I can feel it and I can see it, and it's gross. On my eyeliner, I can mostly just feel it. I can't really see any scabs, but it feels kind of tight and extremely, extremely itchy. That is what is going on right now. I just want to like itch them. They're irritating me, so it's making my eyes really red. I'm also really tired, but this is what it looks like. It is healing. I can't wait to see them because they're just so, so dark. I feel like I'm getting used to it when I look in the mirror, but it is a little startling still, so I can't wait to see what they look like, and they're going to be much more natural than this. It is the end of the third day. It is nighttime, and I planned on shooting this earlier in the day because I actually got ready today and I just ran out of time. Yesterday was pretty much the same as today, other than I have more scabs. So yesterday I was starting to scab up. Today I have like a lot of scabs. Like, my eyebrows are just completely scabbed over, which is really exciting because it means as soon as the scabs fall off, I'll know what color my eyebrows are, I'll know the shape, I'll know what they look like. Right now, they're just really gross, dark scabs. So they look really dark and gross and scabby. And I did notice on this eyeliner is scabbing. This one is not, but I did notice there's a little piece where the scab fell off and it did pull the pigment. So I have like a little hole, which I don't think that you would really notice, but I do want to touch it up. I am loving my liner more than I thought that I would. So I think when I get everything touched up, I'll start with my liner because it really didn't hurt, and I want to be able to like sit there and make sure she gets the pigment in there really, really well because it is nice to have. Like, I think that I'm really going to like that. It's not like a bold eyeliner. Winston's at my door. It's not like a bold eyeliner, it's just in my lash line. So it's very, very natural. You wouldn't see it unless you were like really looking for it. Winston. Winston. So anyways, I do want to start with that so that I can make sure to get a really good line So these are my eyebrows, the end of the 3rd day. I'm gonna get a little closer. Hopefully you can see like this scabbing. Hopefully you can, so it grosses you out. But just so you know like what's going on. I don't know if you can see it, but it's like really gross. But you can't pick it or it will pull the pigment out, and it's so hard. Like I just want to like sit and like pick it, you know? So I have this zit that I've been picking instead. So I ought to have like a nice big scar right there. It's the only thing I can pick on my face out of all the things that are itching and needing picked. And then my eyeliner. So you can tell it's just very, very subtle. Just right in the lash line. And I just want to keep it there. I don't want to bring any of the liner up above. I just wanted it to make my lashes look a little thicker. So it is day 5. I didn't film yesterday because we had a big Trixin event and it was just crazy around here. I really wanted to film because I put all of my makeup on and I felt like the brows were like blending in a little better. Sometimes they just look a little intense without makeup, but actually today I'm feeling really, really good. I feel like they look much more natural. The color has calmed down quite a bit and my scabs are almost gone. So this is about what they're going to look like once they're totally healed. And I'm liking them. I am still trying to decide if I like this arch. I may have it touched up just to go down a little tiny bit. But I do feel like it makes me look younger. A higher arched brow will make you look younger because it lifts everything up. So I'm just trying to decide what to do because I know that I could get used to it and really, really love it. So I'm trying to decide if I should touch that part up and go a little thicker through here with the permanent makeup, or just grow that part of my eyebrow out. I will be sure to dye my eyebrows now that I have my permanent makeup done so that my blonde hairs don't sit on top of the tattoo because that looks a little weird. So if you do have blonde eyebrows and you choose to do permanent makeup, it is really smart to try to keep your eyebrows dyed on top of that just so it all blends in a little bit better. But I am extremely happy, like just to put a little bit of tinted moisturizer on, a little bronzer, and feel ready to go is exactly what I wanted, and I feel really good today. Hopefully all of the scabbing will be gone by tomorrow or the next day. It has now been about 2 weeks since I had my permanent makeup done, and I am so happy with the results and so happy that I decided to do it. This is something that I thought a lot about. I did read some comments saying that I was maybe putting the wrong message out there. I don't think this is for everyone, and if you are trying to decide if you want to do this, really make sure to give it a lot of thought. Decide if you want to like really commit to having permanent cosmetics put onto your face. I am happy that I did it. It's so great to wake up every morning and have eyebrows. I know that if you are blonde and have thin eyebrows like I did, that you would totally understand what I'm talking about, but I am really happy that I did this. Like I mentioned before, I'm loving the eyeliner. I'm really, really happy that I did that as well. So this is what it looks like after about 2 weeks. Don't have any other product on my eyebrows or my eyeliner. I wanted to make sure that you guys could see exactly how they look. I have been filling them in a little bit just up at the top and like I mentioned down here on this arch a little bit. So I'm excited for my touch-up. I think I am going to go a little thicker up here. She did mention that things would fade and look a little different once it was healed, and I just think like right up through here it kind of faded a little more than I wanted it to. So my eyebrow kind of has like a little like loopy look to it, and I have a really strong muscle on the side, so I think that that affected that as well. So I do want to touch that up, and I think I am going to just touch up down here just a little bit, but I am happy with them overall, and I knew that they would fade. Mecinna did tell me to expect that, so I am excited for my touch up just to get everything, you know, touched up and filled in and looking the way that I really, really want it to look. But I have been so happy with this. I hope that this answered a lot of your questions. If you have any more, leave them in the comments below and I will really try to respond to them. I wish I would have been a little bit better at showing the entire healing process, but from the point that I left till now, all that has happened is all of the scabbing has fell off. But I feel like my eyebrows and my eyeliner look exactly the same as they did before. So they were healed completely, I would say, at a week, which I was really happy about. I did make sure to keep coconut oil on them, so I'm really happy with the results. I can't wait to go back for my touch-up. Let me know if you would like to see that whole process and how they look once they're totally complete. I haven't dyed my eyebrows. I am going to be doing that tomorrow, and I'm going to make a video to show you how to dye your eyebrows. Even if you don't have permanent cosmetics or the microblading or anything like that, it is a good option for anyone with blonde eyebrows just to darken them up so that you can see them. So if you don't want to do anything as permanent cosmetics, that is a great option. So look for that video coming up probably in the next couple of weeks. Since Easter's coming up, I have some videos for Easter time, but I will be uploading that soon. Thank you so much for going on this little journey with me. And I was looking through the footage. I know I looked a little scary through this video. I hope I didn't scare anyone too much. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.